Hi, everybody. I'm Brooke Warner, and this is a series of videos that I'm doing for my She Writes authors and prospective authors. I am the publisher of She Writes Press, and this video is tackling the question of how I feel about AI and the ways in which AI is touching She Writes Press and the publishing world in general. I would say that AI arrived in force. It certainly was not expecting all the different ways that it would start to infiltrate our world in book publishing, but of course, it's not surprising since AI is dealing primarily with words and images. And so we have a very strict no AI policy with regard to our editing and our hiring of editors. We do not use AI software to edit any of our books. We have a very strict AI policy around images and artwork and design. We only hire human designers. We are not using any kind of AI in our cover designs. And starting in 2026, we're going to be implementing on the back cover copy that no AI has been used in the development or creation of this book cover specifically. We're also advocating for authors to get the human authored sticker that the Authors Guild has put out. Now that is in our author handbook for how you can apply for that and put it on your copyright page. We, of course, put it on your copyright page for you once you go through that program to submit your work. These are pretty limited things that we can do to fight against AI. It is here whether we like it or not. I personally don't like it. I think it is compromising the creativity of artists and authors. And I also recognize that increasingly writers are using it in lots of different ways. I actually am totally supportive of using AI as a research tool as in the capacity that you might have used Google in years past. We are using AI for marketing kinds of things, like asking it to come up with different elements of our marketing materials that we need. And so I'm not saying that we're going to be such Luddites or so anti-AI that we say, you can never ever use it in any capacity. And that would be silly because authors have different relationships with AI. That said, we are trying to hold ground when it comes to our values around our employees, around hiring editors, hiring designers, the artwork, the photography that we use. I am concerned about putting creatives out of work. I really value my team. I have written a lot about AI on my Substack, which you can check out at Writerly Thing. I have a pretty decidedly negative take on AI, but it's not so much on AI, the actual tool of it, but how people are using it. And I do feel concerned that certain kinds of uses fall under plagiarism and theft. And so we're grappling with all of that right alongside of all of you. I am increasingly learning where I land on AI and listening to my authors' concerns. And also sometimes that authors are advocates, and that's okay too. I want to take all of that in. It's still new. It is, though, changing the book publishing industry in ways that I had not foreseen and don't feel particularly happy about, but we're going to continue to be out there, figuring it out together, definitely holding the ground on where we stand with regard to our covers, our process, our team. So that matters to me a lot just in terms of my values. So thanks for listening. Just thought, it's come up often enough and people have asked me how I think about it. So this is it for now.